Hello again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. It's time for another landscape makeover. I like to call this one Backyard Serenity. So this client moved into a house they just bought. It was a starter home for this lovely young couple, and the backyard was just kind of a big flat mess. It wasn't even flat. It was kind of like a rolling menagerie of weeds and old plants and sharp plants and things that wouldn't grow. And so I came up with this kind of organic Zen garden kind of curvy patio, a main patio for a dining area and entertaining area, and then a big cut flower garden for hummingbird plants, and at the far end a fire pit area for just the two of them. Alright, so now it's time to get to work and start scraping everything and flattening it out, because again there was two issues. One, it was a rolling backyard. It had some grading issues, and two, it kind of sloped toward the house. We had to remove quite a bit of dirt to flatten it, drain it away from the house, install some drains, and do a lot of work. So the baby bobcat got to work ripping and shredding and flattening it all out. Once we got that in, we built a little ramp to get around to the front yard to start bringing in all the materials. We brought out the big red hose, we laid out the big patio, and the tricky part with this patio is this was a very large shade structure. It was a 14 by 20 shade structure, so we had to kind of just squeeze it in and kind of lay it out. So what we did is we laid it out with blue paint so the client could see it, and because it was important to actually lay the footings and the posts first before we did the pavers. So once we did the heavy steel posts for this shade structure, then we built the pavers around it. It was going to be a synthetic shade structure, so we just had to get these metal posts in first, build the pavers around them. And by the way, the pavers are a couple different colors. They actually mix colors, and I'll talk about that in just a second. At the other end, we laid out the big, or not big, but a short little retaining wall to flatten it out for the fire pit area. All right, here we go. So before, flat rolling mess, kind of weedsy, not really a useful little area, but not too bad. Still, there were some nice existing fruit trees that we utilized in the end result. And now the after. Nice big patio, big shade structure to keep them nice and cool in the summertime, and a serene butterfly and hummingbird garden anchored by a beautiful water fountain that is visible from the living room inside the house. It kind of serves as the focal point of the middle part, and at the far end we have a crushed gravel patio that's going to be the location of their new fire pit, which was coming shortly, and then a little bit of succulent garden at one end. And again, here's another view from the hill above the garden and how it has been transformed into this curvy, serene backyard. Wonderful, wonderful little space. And like I said, we mixed some of the pavers in, got some wonderful big furniture for them to enjoy. These are the pavers, by the way. I mentioned we mixed a brownstone with a gray stone to give a really kind of unique color. These are antique cobbles from RCP block and brick. And at the other end, we used Country Manor keystone to create the short little retaining wall. This wall, by the way, I love to do these little walls that double as retaining walls and seating walls, and that's what we did there. The wall's only 17 inches. Here's some of the plants, yarrows and kangaroo paws, and like I said, there were some wonderful mature fruit trees we kind of utilized as a background. And at the other end of the patio, we did a little rain chain off the gutter. And by the way, check out the links in the comment section if you like this rain chain, and there's some other rain chains in that comment section as well. Well, that is it. That's all the time we have for today. Make sure to hit that like button if you have enjoyed this video, and subscribe to get more of my garden videos. This is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thank you so much for watching.